The history of cybersecurity dates back to the 1970s, with events like the AIDS Trojan and the famed I Love You virus joining the Creeper virus and the first DOS attack. But in this piece, we'll concentrate on some of the most significant occasions in cybersecurity history over the past 10 years.
Hello everyone. Welcome to AWZ. Don't forget to subscribe our channel.
Multiple attacks are made against Sony's PlayStation Network and Sony Pictures. Sony's electronics business had a breakthrough year in 2011, but not in a good way. One of the most frequently used examples of a cyber attack this decade is the Sony case. Sony's online gaming platform, the PlayStation Network, PSN, came under attack in April 2011. Names, passwords, emails, and other user information for 77 million people were exposed as a result of the incident. Sony's PSN platform was down for 23 days as a result of Sony's inability to stop the breach from spreading. Both Curiosity, Sony's streaming service, and Sony Online Entertainment, the company's game developer and publisher, were shut down for a month. In addition to paying a $400,000 fine to UK authorities for the aforementioned incidents, Sony decided to compensate the affected players with digital goods. However, Sony's problems from that year weren't yet over. A second security breach was experienced by Sony, this time by the hacking collective LOL-SEC. Hackers claimed that the names, credit card numbers, and other information they acquired from the websites of Sony Pictures was not encrypted. Sony stored over 1 million customer credentials in plaintext, which means it's just a question of grabbing it, according to a new statement from LOL-SEC. Adobe, one of the most well-known software brands, revealed in October 2013 that their system had been severely compromised. The attack affected more than 152 million compromised records and over 38 million users. The hackers took advantage of Adobe's lax encryption policies, but that's not all they did. Additionally, the source code for 3 Adobe products, Acrobat, Cold Fusion, and Cold Fusion Builder, took up more than 40 gigabytes. For the aforementioned incident, Adobe ultimately paid a $1 million punishment. Personal information of Snapchat users' leaked message service Snapchat was revealed to be far from anonymous. Hackers published 4.6 million accounts' usernames, phone numbers, and locations. Thousands of Snapchat users, particularly those who use the service to send intimate photographs, were concerned by this. Hackers allegedly advised Snapchat to fix the vulnerability, but the business did nothing. Although there was no financial loss for Snapchat users, it took the company more than a year to fully recover. A breach at Uber affects 57 million customer data points. Hackers obtained the names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails of 50 million Uber users, as well as the identification documents and other data of 7 million drivers. Uber paid the hackers $100,000 to conceal the breach, which made issues worse. This problem wasn't disclosed by the transportation network firm until November 2017. Customers were outraged, and 3 U.S. senators responded by introducing legislation that would result in jail time for company executives who cover up security flaws. Facebook troubled by privacy issue. There were a number of significant cyber attacks and data breaches in 2018 that deserve mention. Facebook, a major social media platform, soon sprang to prominence as one of the most contentious cases of a data breach. In 2018, a government probe into Facebook's agreement with electronics makers to acquire user data was opened. Later, Facebook experienced a number of security lapses. One of these involves the analytics company Cambridge Analytica, which had access to information on over 87 million users, significantly more than the initial estimate of 50 million users. In September of that year, the corporation reported that there had been another incident in which the data of 50 million Facebook users had been compromised. Years pass without Marriott's cyber attack being reported. It can take a while for breaches to be found, which is what happened in the instance of Marriott hotels. The personal information of about 500 million Marriott guests was made public when its Starwood Hotels database was compromised. It was thought that the event started back in 2014. Investigators working for the U.S. government have a growing conviction that Chinese state hackers were behind that intrusion. China's foreign ministry denied having any information. The corporation will pay a $123 million fine for failing to safeguard client data. This is the second big penalty levied by UK regulators this summer. Thousands of records were breached in a cyber attack on British Airways. British Airways issued an apology to customers for cyber attacks between August and September of 2018, 15 months after a system failure at Heathrow Airport. Approximately 500,000 card transactions were impacted by this vulnerability. Names, emails, addresses, and credit card numbers were among the information the hackers took. Due to the breach, British Airways will have to pay a $230 million GDPR fee, or around 1.5% of its 2017 revenue. The EU adopted the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Although there was no security lapse or cyber attack with this one, it is still a significant achievement. The European Union implemented the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, in April 2016. The GDPR is a framework for ensuring data protection and privacy for persons resident within the EU and the European Economic Area, and it went into full force in the middle of 2018. Data protection must be included by default in all business processes that handle personal data, according to one of the main requirements of GDPR. A data protection officer is also essential for organizations, DPO. The Democratic National Committee and WikiLeaks. Democratic National Committee, DNC, emails were found to have been compromised by the Russian cyber spy organizations Cozy Bear and Fancy Bear. Why would they act in that way? Analysts speculated that the activity may have been a bid to sway the 2016 U.S. presidential election. According to reports, the cyber attacks took place between 2015 and 2016. Due to the hackers' access to DNC's networks, there was a significant data breach. Investigations revealed that certain people gave the stolen emails to WikiLeaks. These materials were then released by WikiLeaks. There are claims that this incident is just another of those infamous leaks from recent American history. Yahoo experiences a serious data breach. Yahoo, a pioneer in the internet industry, suffered one of the biggest, if not the worst, data breaches ever in late 2014. A total of 500 million Yahoo users were affected by this attack. Names, passwords, and the solutions to security questions were all stolen. Another source claims that Yahoo experienced a leak in 2013. 1 billion individuals were initially thought to have had their accounts compromised in this specific event. Later, Yahoo revealed that the breach had actually affected 3 billion users in total. Worse, Yahoo did not disclose these vulnerabilities until 2016. Yahoo was assessed a $35 million punishment by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, for late reporting. Yahoo is facing more than 40 class action lawsuits. The incidents also reduced the sale price of the business by about $350 million. Attacks on the Singaporean government's computers. Around this period, various security-related news stories involved Anonymous, one of the most recognizable hacking groups from the early 2000s. In 2013, the multinational hacktivist group, which was founded in 2003 and was behind a number of well-known cyber attacks against governments and major corporations, launched several cyber attacks against the Singaporean government. The attacks were allegedly motivated in part by Singapore's web censorship laws, particularly those affecting journalism organizations. James the Messiah Raj, a spokesperson of Anonymous, was ultimately indicted in a Singapore court that same year. This is all for today. Subscribe our channel for more videos.